Hi, everybody. I'm Sean Filer from Unified Systems. Cybersecurity, you hear a lot about that nowadays. And it's not just a problem for big businesses, it's also a problem for just everyday Joes right out there using the computer. You're going to see a lot of problems coming in through email and through browsers and things like that that are out there to try to scam you. So I wanted to help you try to avoid some of those things. I've got some notes in front of me, so if I look down, that's what I'm checking here. But uh, things that I want you to watch for when you're browsing to make sure that you're keeping safe. Make sure on emails, especially, that you check the sender's credentials really thoroughly. Like, what's their address? Do you recognize it? Do you know who this is from? Look for misspellings of names, things like that, or misspellings of common words. Sometimes scam emails will do that, where the context just won't be right. It won't sound right to you. The odds are that's a scam usually. Watch for urgent or threatening language. That's a big one too. Somebody who's trying to make you do something now. Uh, Look for like generic greetings that say things like "Hello, customer" or "Hello, user," because those things aren't very personalized for you and they can be a problem. Poor grammar, poor formatting of an email, things like that, spelling. Um, Oftentimes, too, when you get an email, you can hover over the link of the from, and it will pop up with the actual email address it was sent from. If those two things don't marry together, then you know that's probably an issue too. If there's unexpected attachments or requests in those emails, be a good idea to not open them. First of all, don't open anything unless you expected it and it was from someone that you trust. If any requests for personal or financial information that you get, no reputable company will ever ask you for that. You will have to jump through many hoops for that data to be transmitted. Nobody is going to come out and say, "Hey, I'm Capital One. Toss me your social security number quick to confirm who you are." Do not ever give that out. Spoofed logos and branding within email is another thing to look at, where it kind of looks legitimate, like it's the real Capital One logo or the real Yahoo logo or Google logo. They'll try to sell you that this email looks really legitimate. Just be on the lookout for those kind of things. Always look at the email signature as well to make sure that it looks official and professional. The president of Google is not going to be sending you a personal email asking you for stuff, so don't believe that when you get that email. And the key thing, kind of like we live with here in southern Missouri about creeks rising and things like that, if you don't know you can do it, don't do it. If you're in doubt at all, turn around, stop. Right? That's the key. And just don't open anything, don't reply to anything. The key is to know who's sending to you and keep an eye on that every day. Be very vigilant. Okay? Nobody. That's the other part too. Nobody's going to give a large check to you to cash unless you really expected to earn that check. So when you get things out of the blue like that, windfalls just don't happen. And a lot of times the cyber criminals will use that as a lure to get you to engage with them. So there's so much to cover here, and there's so many things that businesses and personal residential people can do to avoid falling for these scams and traps. Make sure you're doing antivirus. Make sure you're patching your Windows or Mac. Keep those machines up to date, and just be very cautious and be very careful. Read very carefully, and don't do anything in haste. So I wish you guys all well. And if you ever have any questions, feel free to give us a call.